Hey there, it's Seb Fry the Realtor here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the bad news. It's finally official. The Silicon Valley real estate market is actually in decline. If you want to find out how far down the Silicon Valley real estate market has dropped this year, then you definitely want to watch this video. All right, well, before I get into all that, would you do me a favor? Would you mash that subscribe button right there and subscribe to my YouTube channel? And don't forget, click the little bell to make sure that you get a notification every time I put up a fun, new, fact-filled, and very informative video, kind of like this one. All right, everybody, well, brace yourselves. I've got some bad news. It is official. Officially, it's actually a fact now. The Silicon Valley real estate market, or at least the Santa Clara County real estate market, is officially in decline. So what does that mean? You know, I mean, like, you hear that, you know, all the time, you know, like, oh, hey, you know, the market is in decline, the market's gone down. Like, what exactly am I talking about? Well, first, let me just say that every year the market is in decline, usually at some point relative to some other point prior in the year. For example, every year, you know, we tend to have this spring real estate market. Maybe you've heard about it, you know, like, so like March, April, May, June, you know, the market's climbing up. And then July, August, September, the market tends to go down, right? Maybe, you know, November, December are also lower in price than it was earlier in the season. But the important thing to look at, I feel, is not comparing one month to the prior month, which is what you see a lot of in the media. You know, they're saying, oh, wow, prices are down in May versus April. Yeah, okay, well, that can happen. But the big question is, what are prices like in May of this year compared to May of last year? Well, finally, now this is, you know, oh, wow, 2/3 of the way through September already. We have the data for August of 2022, and the numbers are in. And, you know, ever since about, you know, April, you know, or May, you know, the market has not been looking as, shall we say, robust as it was earlier in the year. And certainly in August, the numbers are telling the tale, and the writing is on the wall. It is official. Check out this chart here from Compass. It shows you that officially, year over year, from August 2022 compared to August 2021, the median single-family home price in Santa Clara County is down 1%. Now, that is down in non-inflation adjusted dollars. But wait, there's more. There's some more charts that are provided by Compass. I just want to go over them really quickly with you so you get a better, more fuller understanding about what's happening with the Santa Clara County real estate market. All right, this next chart here shows you the Santa Clara County median house price trends. As you can see here, looking at this chart, in August 2022, the median home price in Santa Clara County was $1,625,000, and that is down from August a year ago by about 1%, but it's also down from April of this year when the median price peaked at $1,950,000. All right, this next chart here shows you overbidding in Santa Clara County, and you know, it's interesting because, you know, the market is definitely not what it was. I mean, you can see here that in March of 2022, 91% of homes that were listed for sale received multiple offers, and we are down now to a measly 41% of homes receiving multiple offers. But this is very interesting, right? Because it shows you that if you are a buyer, there are certainly, you know, certain listings which are going to get a whole heck of a lot of activity, and you shouldn't be assuming that just because the market is softer than it was, that the house that you want is going to be a house that nobody else wants. And, you know, those best properties, the ones which are priced, you know, most aggressively, are in fact going to have multiple offers and are quite likely still to sell over asking price. So all those bidding wars, you know, what they do is they drive up the price, usually way over asking price. And back in March, we were seeing quite a bit of that. And in fact, in March, the average sales to list price ratio was 115% or thereabouts. That means that sellers on average were receiving 15% over asking price. Now today, in August of 2022, that number has gone way down. Actually, in today's real estate market, sellers in Santa Clara County are only getting an average of 97.5% of full asking price. And as you can see from looking at this chart, you look at that line right there, that is way below typical. Usually in Santa Clara County, home sellers are getting way more than asking price. All right, well, this next chart here, this is showing you the average days on market, or the speed of sale for homes in Santa Clara County. And as you can see, looking at this chart, in August of 2022, homes are taking 25 days on average to go under contract. Now, that is quite a bit longer than we've seen for much of the past 2 years. But it isn't really that much longer, and in fact, in many cases, shorter than we've seen in several of the preceding years before the pandemic. Now, of course, all of this is really kind of not great news if you're a seller, and in fact, we can see here, looking at this chart right here, new listings coming on market, and in fact, there are far fewer new listings coming on the market this year than last year. And in fact, in August, new listings were down 29% compared to August of 2021. So new listings is one thing, but how about total listings? Well, check out this next chart right here. This is active listings on the market. Now, this is not new listings coming on the market. This is the average number of listings in any one given day in a particular month. And as you can see by looking at this chart, we are doing not as bad as in 2018 or 2019. Certainly, we have more inventory than we had in 2020 or 2021. But overall, actually, there is still not a ton of inventory here in Santa Clara County, and that is good news if you are looking to sell your home. There's not as much competition as there might be, but if you're a buyer, of course, it still means that you're probably not going to find a whole heck of a lot to choose from. But hey, now check this out. This is price reductions on active listings. Man, this is a gigantic spike. As you can see, in August of 2022, price reductions are up 107% compared to August of 2021. That is to say, there are basically twice as many price reductions happening this year as last year. And if you watched my last video, you know how expensive it can be to have to reduce your price. So this is something which, if you are going to be selling your house, you want to take a very, very careful look at and make sure that you don't overprice your house. So this next chart right here, this shows you homes which are going under contract. And this should not be really too surprising. Actually, it's very interesting. The number of homes which are going under contract, that's down by about 31%, which is very close to the decrease in new listings, which was 29%. So, the market definitely is not as frothy as it was earlier in the year. No question about that. All right, well, since I promised you a brief market update, I'm going to cut it off here. I do have some more information I could share with you about the Santa Clara County real estate market. And if you want to talk more in depth about it, by all means, I invite you to call me, 408-548-7348. The number is here on the screen, or you can give me a text message any old time. The market is definitely not like it was earlier in the year, but historically it's actually not too bad. But the important thing is that you can see which way the market is headed. Markets, generally speaking, do not, move very violently and very quickly, although they actually did this spring. My point is that I wouldn't expect this current momentum that we have to really change anytime soon. I think the writing is, again, very clearly on the wall that the market is in decline, and it probably will likely be in decline for some time to come. Perhaps it'll snap out of it in the spring. Hard to say. I mean, that's, 6-8 months from now in the future, as always, is very hard to tell. All right, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. And if you have, I'm guessing you'll probably like some of these videos over here. These are some of the most popular videos here on my YouTube channel. So please do check those out. And don't forget to subscribe as well. All right, that's all I got for this one. Thank you so very much for watching. And please stay tuned.